Hi guys, here from Pax Europiana from the House of Kosovo Independence here in Pristina, and I call for recognition of Kosovo by Slovakia, Romania, Cyprus, Ukraine, Moldova, Georgia and of course Spain. But in this video I would like to focus on Ukraine. Please, Ukraine, this is the house where the independence of Kosovo was defended against the Milosevic forces. It was very brutal. They were surrounding this house. Rugova, the president, the hero of freedom, of peaceful resistance, he was inside there surrounded by the terror troops of the Milosevic regime. And you know how it is when a big, dangerous terror state attacks you and bombards you, shells you with artillery and commits atrocities and genocide. Yeah? It happened to the Kosovo Albanians, by their supposed friends, whatever. It was in Yugoslavia, Bratstvo, Jedinstvo. It was the same like in the Soviet Union. Ukrainians and Russians were supposed to be brothers. And then the Russians, the bigger ones, decided to use all the brutality of the world to unleash against Ukrainians because they simply didn't want to live in this unfreedom, in this terror regime, and they wanted to opt for the West. The Kosovo Albanians opted for freedom and for the West, and they were destroyed, killed, or tried to destroy until America defended themselves. And the problem is of the Ukrainians, when they don't recognize Kosovo, and they don't treat Bosnia and Kosovo as equals, and then they undermine the case for military intervention because they say, oh yes, this is not so good. It was, you basically eat and you swallow the Putin narrative on Kosovo and Bosnia and against NATO intervention. And you are for NATO intervention, but then you are not ready to recognize the product of NATO intervention. You see the illogic of the Ukrainian position on not recognizing Kosovo. You eat, you believe, you accept Putin's narrative that Crimea is Kosovo, while you basically neglect our narrative that it was right to intervene for freedom in Kosovo and in Bosnia against Milosevic terror regime. So you are victim of the Putin-Milosevic narrative, of their kind of Stalin, Putin, Milosevic kind of thinking. And that's a big mistake strategically of Ukraine. And I call Ukraine authorities now that you got the EU candidate status, Moldova the same, Georgia with the potential candidate status, same like Bosnia and Kosovo. You have to all be EU candidate countries and all of them to recognize each other, to mutually work together. Ukraine, of course, to be the leader of the team because it's the biggest and most important country and it's the shield of Europe with 1 million soldiers in arms. And it will also win and succeed because we will support it, hopefully in G7 to make the decision about the 1.5 trillion support message. But it's not about Ukraine alone, it's obviously about all 9 countries. And here I hope for wisdom that this moment of recognition is imminent, and I call for Ukraine to recognize Kosovo. Thanks a lot here from the House of Independence. I call all Ukrainians to come here and let's work together, all 9 countries together, united for a EU of 37, where the UK has place as well and is ready to come back as the guarantor of European security together with America and NATO to be, and the EU not to be mutually exclusive, but to be united, and the EU to join NATO as well. Thanks a lot for that. More to come here from Pax Europiana. Bye.